Coach, it's been a long off season, a lot of Rutgers questions. This time next week, you'll have Cal Poly questions. So how excited are you to get this game on and move on to the season?
It's been a long month. We started on the 1st when our guys reported, and you have different phases in camp where the first couple of weeks it's all about you and trying to establish an identity. I like where we're at there. We've gone into the phase with Rutgers, and we know it's a big challenge, but Thursday, is a chance for our guys to have everything come to fruition. And I really believe we'll be playing as fast as we have all fall. Hit a different colored jersey than, guys knocking each other all the time. You get guys get a little chippy because they're tired of hitting each other. But it's time, and our guys are ready.
Do you see yourself where you envisioned yourself at this, you could say, Monday of game week? Like the team, or do you see it far, like beyond expectations?
Well, I have high expectations for our guys, and I think we've had a great camp. I like the fact that we've only got one guy, Riley Barnes, who's definitely out this week and will be out for several more weeks. We've come through, I think, with a good balance of having good, hard physical practices, yet not getting guys injured now for the season. The proof will be in the pudding Thursday. Until you play, you don't know. I'm sure there'll be situations, which happens often early in the season. Are we going to be able to tackle in space? You always worry about, did you get enough of that? Are we able to make guys miss in space? All those things that are live action situations which can potentially get guys hurt. You got to wait till Thursday to see what's going to happen.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about how Curtis Riley came to campus, how you guys found him? I know he sat out the last couple of years, he's been great in camp. Just kind of the process of finding a guy like him who seems like a godsend that's going to start at corner on Thursday.
Yeah, we were very, very fortunate. Ronnie Antoine, who recruits Orange County for us, noticed him practicing when he was down in Southern California recruiting at Fullerton. And we've got everybody on the road, and I get reports back from guys, and Ron was all fired up about a guy, and I said, tell me about him. He said, well, he didn't play this year, and he looks great on the practice squad. So I kind of rolled my eyes, and I said, okay, we'll keep him on the back burner and bring the tape back, and he was going to be a later qualifier. He wasn't going to be done until the summer. So we've had some issues with a couple other guys we had planned on bringing in where they didn't get qualified on time, and we looked at his tape, and Ron was adamant. He trusted his ability to evaluate and said, this guy's a guy. And I watched the tape again and thought, well, let's take a shot with him. And he's come in and really probably is a surprise at camp. For a guy to not have been here in the spring, to pick up our system, he acts like he belongs. He goes out and competes, and he's got a pretty good receiving core to go against every day in practice. So he gets evaluated against great talent, and he's more than held his own. So we're excited. He'll start for us. Gives a little bit more time for our younger guys, Jamal Ellis and Shannon Edwards. So I think we got good depth there at the corner position, but we're really happy that Curtis decided to come.
Coach, now that you've had a month of practice, do you feel this team is capable of generating as many, if not more, turnovers as a year ago?
Yeah, every year our goal is going to be 30 takeaways or more. I think we teach it in a way that we're going to attack the football at all times. And I think Nick does a great job, and our entire defensive staff, of stressing not just getting a ball carrier down, but trying to attack the football and get it out. In order to get takeaways, you've got to have fanatical effort to the ball so that when the ball's on the ground, there's population there. There's more of our guys than there are their guys, so that depending on how that ball bounces, the odds go up that you'll get it versus other guys. So there's a list of things that you've got to do to have your turnovers or takeaways go up, and I think our guys do that and do a phenomenal job in teaching it and ensuring our guys adhere to it.
Coach, you've got one true freshman that you're trusting in what could be a critical position on Thursday night, place kicker, in Colin McGuire. What about him and the way he's wired makes you believe he's able to handle that kind of responsibility?
Well, I sleep great knowing that Derek Carr's our quarterback. I sleep a heck of a lot better this year than I did a year ago, and that's no knock on our kicker a year ago. But he was a walk-on. He was the best one we had, and we went with. But we knew his limitations. Colin's a guy who's kicked in pressure situations in Austin, Texas. He's kicked in stadiums that had 20,000 people in it. He's hit 50-yard-plus field goals. The thing I like about him, he got here this summer, he took care of his business in the classroom, and he's got a great demeanor. Things don't bother him. We asked him the other day, hey, we get down to a end of the game situation, do you want the ball on the left hash, the middle, right hash? Doesn't matter, coach. I'll just put it through. And that's his attitude. It just doesn't matter. A lot of times you get some specialists that they're very finicky about certain things, and he just lets things like water off his back. So I like his demeanor. He's got a great leg. We've done better in the last week, production time, trying to get everything smooth, and I'm excited about him. I want to be able to get him in and get some kicks early to hopefully get his confidence up, but I think he's going to have a tremendous career here.
Coach, I'm going to get back to the defensive turnover topic real quick, and a guy that maybe doesn't get a lot of love is Tyler Davidson and the other guys up front. How important is he and the rest of that front seven going to be up against Rutgers, who are going to maybe get that pro-style offense up against you guys?
Well, Tyler gets a lot of love from Coach Germano and Coach Toth and from Coach DeRuyter. We know how much value he brings to our team. He's, I think, one of the best linemen in our conference. He's a guy that does the dirty work. He takes on double teams, and he competes. He's a guy that a year ago made a ton of plays for us, and when you're playing a physical type of team like Rutgers is going to be, you better have a guy like that who's stout if you want to have a chance. And I think he's going to have a tremendous season, and he'll get tested right off the bat this week. So it'll be fun to watch him Thursday night.
Any final questions for Coach?